buddy? Well, good morning, everyone. I am going to milk Hazel, but while I milk Hazel, I'm going to ask some questions from Crazy Critter Lady that she asked via YouTube. So I'm going to get Hazel in and we're going to get to answering those questions. Well, hello, Miss Hazel. Are you ready? Come on over. She goes. Look at those piggies. Look at those piggies. Are you guys warm? Good answer. I'm a coming, Hazel. What you doing? Are you just waiting for me? She's like, come on, Mom. Come on, Mom. Let's get you some food. Let's throw in a scoop of alfalfa pellets. All right. Let's get you washed up. Looks good. No mastitis. Good girl. All right, guys. On to the questions from Crazy Critter Lady. So I told her I would be answering some of her questions. Now these are just my answers, I guess you could say. I don't speak for every farmer and I don't speak for every rancher who decides to, breed their cows. Everyone has their reasons. These are my reasons. So her first questions are we going to breed Hazel this year? Yes, we are. We are going to breed her. That's why I was checking to see if she was in heat. We are going to AI her again. We already tried AIing her once this year. It was in September, but it didn't take. And I'm not sure why it didn't take. We might have been too late. I mean, there's so many different reasons. It just didn't take. So one of the reasons I believe it didn't take is maybe her cycle wasn't on point with her cycle as I thought I was, because Lucy was supposed to be pregnant, but she was not pregnant, and so they were mounting each other. So I thought that she was in heat and it was actually Hazel or Lucy in heat. So there's that. And obviously we found out that Lucy was not pregnant. Lucy is a mid-mini. And we actually put Lucy in with our Aberdeen Bull, All-Boy. And we actually do not have All-Boy anymore. We sold him. Video is to come. I did make a video of it. I'm very late. I'm very late on getting videos out. I'm sorry, guys. Because Lucy is pregnant and she got pregnant in early October, she will be due sometime in July. I believe Her estimated due date is July 15th. That is just estimated because we're not sure exactly when All Boy hit her. We know that she was pregnant because we confirmed it with our AI tech. And so, because Lucy is pregnant, confirmed, and due in July, we are not dead set on getting Hazel pregnant right away, because 2 cows milking at the same time is not always fun. So just think double the time to get milking done because you have multiple cows. So yeah, there's that. So another one of her questions, well, the other question was, how will you breed her? And we will be breeding her via AI. Because she is smaller in stature than Lucy, we didn't think it would be a good fit to have All Boy breed Hazel. Plus, we already have semen from a bull that we already have semen from a bull that we AI'd her with last time. We bought 4 straws with her first pregnancy when she was a heifer. It took the first time. We AI'd her in September this past year, and it did not take. So we still have 2 straws left. So that is why I've been watching Hazel very closely to see when she is coming into heat, so I can try to track it and pay attention. I'd like to take her to get AI'd in February. Let's see, October, November, December, January, February, which is 4 months, which would mean if she gets impregnated or AI'd and it takes in February, she will be due about 4 months after Lucy, which Lucy is due in July. So it'll be July, August, September, October. It'll be like November-ish. So that is our plan for Hazel. One of her other questions was, how do we determine what AI, bull, or semen that we are going to use? So we did some research. We want a mini because we don't want to go bigger than her, because if we get a bull that is bigger than she is, the calf wool could be bigger, which is not good because she could have difficulties laboring. So the one that we got is, I believe, about 43 inches, which should be just fine for Hazel. Hazel is now 2.5. By the time she gives birth, she'll be 3. So she should be just fine handling, because Hazel, I believe, is 42 inches. Typically, bulls are bigger than the females, so if the bull is bigger than Hazel, it's not that big of a deal. So what we did to find Dapper Dan, his name is Dapper Dan, is we just searched mini Jersey bull semen straws for sale. And we just did a bunch of digging. We found, I believe we found it on Craigslist, and then there was a website. So we went to the website, and then we ended up looking at all of the Jersey semen that they had available. We really liked the color of Dapper Dan, and if I can find his picture again, I will put a snapshot of him somewhere on this video. So that is how we found this semen, the bull semen that we have right now. And what we do to get her, to actually take her to get AI'd, is we will load her up into the trailer, and we will actually take her to Fowler's Reproductive Services here in the East Texas area. He actually stores the semen for us, the semen straws for us, because we use him. So he is fine. He told us that he is fine with storing it without a fee as long as we use him. And of course we will. And we use him for a lot of things. We took about 6 cows to get preg checked. So you know, there's that. We obviously have taken Hazel to get AI. So we mainly use him for AI and preg check. And we'd highly recommend him. He is a really good guy, very knowledgeable, and answers all of our questions. Even let us record him when we got Hazel AI'd the first time, and I'll link that video up here somewhere so that you can go back and see the entire process, because I didn't leave anything out. I recorded the whole thing. And he even talks about, you know, storing the straws and just a bunch of stuff. It's a really good video, very informative. You will like it, I promise. There are other ways that you can actually get Hazel impregnated, and it's probably more accurate, honestly, but you could rent a stud. But we don't really have the space for that. We only have 22 acres. So it's harder for us to do that. Plus, Jersey bulls are known to be a little bit more wild. So we don't really want to have a Jersey bull on our property, and that is why we chose to get Hazel AI instead. When Hazel was a heifer and we weren't milking her, we were thinking about taking her to a farm that had a stud or a mini Jersey bull and leaving her there. But because we are milking Hazel, it is not in our best interest to take Hazel to someone else's farm. So that is why we are going to AI Hazel again. And hopefully it works this time. A couple things that you want to consider while choosing a bull is, one, the size. Size is probably the most important factor in choosing your bull. Also, which isn't really a big factor, but do you like the look of him? The bull that we chose for Hazel, or the semen that we have, he's a very good looking bull in our opinion. He's got like a grayish brown color, very handsome, and that's why we chose him, because he looked really good and he was in the size requirements of for Hazel, because she is a mini. I hope that this answers some of your questions, Crazy Critter Lady. I appreciate all of your questions. I think that that's the best way to learn, is to answer these questions. And honest to God, I am not an expert. I am not. I'm learning as I go. I am just as new as some of the other people. But what is good is that these questions help me to do a little research. These questions in particular, though, are more opinion, except for, of course, you know, the size of the bull. You obviously do not want to breed Hazel to a full-size Jersey, because it could just lead to very disastrous because of the size of that the bull could be. So thanks so much for the questions again, and thanks, guys. I appreciate any questions and all questions. Done.